Howdy, my name is Nonat, and this video is one of the most personal I've ever made. I wouldn't necessarily call it personal, but it's a follow-up to the video I made a couple of days ago. If you haven't checked this video out, where I make a response to Charlie's video, watch that first, because that'll make this video make a little bit more sense. Just a quick catch-up. Charlie talked about YouTube ads, and I wanted to give my perspective as how YouTube ads affect me, a very small-sized creator who still does this full-time. You know, I only get between 8 to 15,000 views on an average video, and ad revenue is about 60% of my total income. So with YouTube sort of barking ads lately and forcing them down people's throats, it really impacts me in a lot of ways, because if you watch a video and then a 30-second unskippable ad pops up, there is a solid likelihood that you will click off the video altogether because you don't feel like living through a long ad. And now with YouTube increasing their war on ad blockers, I just saw that Mudahar put up another video. I haven't watched that one yet, but I probably will later tonight or tomorrow. It's getting pretty bad. YouTube is at war and trying to probably make friends with the advertisers by fighting the ad blockers. I wouldn't be surprised if they had been in talks with advertisers, or if advertisers were complaining to YouTube about ad blockers, which it's sort of natural. You know, the advertisers are paying for their ads to run on these videos, so it is natural that they would want their ads to appear on these videos. But unfortunately, because of the way that YouTube has started distributing these ads, oftentimes even going against the way the creators manually put those ads in, or even if a video is not monetized, it's starting to annoy the consumer. And as a really interesting test, there will be no ads on this video, okay? I am not monetizing this video. There will be no ads, no pre-rolls, no mid-rolls. Please comment down below if you got an ad before or during this video. I don't have any way to show proof of that, I guess, because I can't show the ad settings while I'm making the video. Oh, actually, you know what? I can. Here, the best I can do is right here. Here's me uploading a mock version of this video before I've added this little edit in of me clicking no monetization. Obviously, there's no way to provide proof that I didn't do that and then switch it back on, but I promise you, on my honor as a content creator, on my honor of my whole 4 years doing this job, monetization is off on this video. But that's not what you're here for. No, you're here because of what the title of the video is talking about. How much do I get paid for a YouTube Premium subscriber watching my video? This is actually something I've never even thought to look into myself. I've never had YouTube Premium, but I did get a plethora of comments on Sunday's video saying, this is why I have YouTube Premium, so I don't have to worry about the ad blocker wars, and I still get to support the creators I watch. Well, how much do you support me? I think it's time to crack that open and find out. I will be pulling up 3 different videos of various sizes: a small performing video, a mid-performing video, and some of my biggest videos I've ever released, and comparing the YouTube Premium viewership to the YouTube Premium revenue. These are, luckily, statistics that we can see on YouTube's statistics page. If you're unaware, let me change scenes real quick. YouTube creators have this really in-depth page where you can actually start viewing by a lot of different metrics. This is incredibly useful, and if you are a small aspiring YouTube creator, get used to this page. It can be really helpful. You know, a lot of this isn't that important. You know, obviously you don't need shopping if you're not doing sales. Who the hell remixes YouTube videos? But what it does have is total estimated revenue, revenue from YouTube Premium, and views and watch time from YouTube Premium. So for each of these videos, we're going to be looking at the number of views, the total watch time, and the percentage of total income. So yes, I will be completely open about how much I make from ad runs in this video. If that makes you uncomfortable, I totally get it. Monetary stuff makes some people really uncomfortable. I'm very comfortable sharing with you what I am earning right now from different videos. So let's strap in. Quick shout out to my Patreon supporters for letting me do weird content like this occasionally and supporting me all the while. And just a quick plug, I stream 5 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday on twitch.tv/nonat1s. If that sounds interesting to you, would love to have you over there. We typically stream at 6 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Thanks so much. Let's check this out. So the first video we're looking at is my low viewership, which actually this video is performing pretty well, but we're going to be looking at a lot of bigger hitters after this. We are looking at the beginner-friendly classes video I released a couple weeks back. It's got about 15,000 views, 4,000 hours of watch time, and you can see I made about $100 off of this video. So right here, I've isolated the video. Of that $106 of estimated revenue, we can see that $25.44 was from YouTube Premium viewers. What I'm curious about, and I have not actually spoiled this for myself, I am doing this research with you live on this video, not live because it's pre-recorded, but you know what I mean. What I haven't done is changed it to metrics of YouTube Premium views. So let's do this and see how it compares. YouTube Premium views of my beginner classes, 3,815 views. So that's about tracks, you know, it's about 1/4 of the views. It made about 1/4 of the total revenue. How does it compare to watch time? Total watch time was about 1,000. Once again, it lines up. About 1,000 hours of watch time from YouTube Premium, that's almost exactly 1/4. So it stands to reason, at least from this first experiment, that a YouTube Premium viewer does pay me about the same as someone who sits through all of the ads. It seems like the CPM, as it were, that's cost per mil if you're unaware, that is how much I get paid per 1,000 views, is about the same whether they are skipped ads or YouTube Premium watchers. But this is just one example. Let's look at some bigger, wider examples. Let's check out an interesting other video. This one performed really, really well, and it's also about 3.5 years old, so I'm curious how that's going to affect the revenue. 50,000 views on rating every class in Pathfinder 2e. We can see that revenue-wise, it made $350. If we compare that to the video we were just talking about, you can actually sort of see a tangible representation of how advertising has gone down in revenue for creators. This video had 4,000 hours of watch time for $106. That's about $25 per 1,000 hours of watch time. So this one, 10.5 thousand hours of watch time, $350. This one averaged about $35 per 1,000 hours of watch time, so that's like a 40% drop between this video from 2021 and my video from a few weeks ago. But let's see how YouTube Premium's been affected by it. We can see that of the 10.5 thousand hours, it was about 1,800 hours of YouTube Premium watch time, a little bit less than the last video. We're going to call this one about 15% of the watch time was YouTube Premium. That just goes to show how much more popular YouTube Premium has gotten these days, and it's probably because of YouTube's war on ad blockers. People just gave up and said, take $15, it's not worth switching ad blockers on and off all the time. But if we swap that to YouTube Premium revenue, that 15% of watch time was about $45. Once again, this kind of lines up all right. Because the YouTube Premium watch time was about 15% of the total watch time, then 350 times 15% is about $52. So it was a little bit lower than a normal person watching ads, but not by that much. And this was back in 2021 when YouTube Premium was less popular. So let's go ahead and finalize all of this research by looking at one of my biggest videos of all time. In fact, it is the biggest video of all time, coming out in January of 2023, right in the midst of the OGL crisis. 5 major differences between 5e and Pathfinder 2e, and as you can see, it made a little over $1,000. It also has about 30,000 hours of watch time, which blows my mind. So now I'm going to run the math of what exactly 1 hour of watch time should be for this video. You know, if you divide 1,054 by 30,000, we'll get the rough estimate of what 1 hour of watch time equates to. 1,050 divided by 30,000. 1 hour of watch time equates to about 3.5 cents. With that knowledge, let's go check into exactly how that compares to my YouTube Premium revenue. YouTube Premium watch time was about 6,700 hours, so if we multiply that by the 3.5 cents times 6,683, we should get at about $230.90 of YouTube Premium revenue, as long as it lines up with the average hourly revenue. So let's switch the metric to YouTube Premium revenue, and it's only 155. Unless I messed up my math somewhere here, that's well below, you know, that's about 60-ish% of what it should be. You know, I divided the total revenue by the total watch hours to get the average price of 1 hour of watch time, and then multiplied that value by the hours of YouTube Premium watch time to get the number to $33.90. But this is showing that I only made $155 from YouTube Premium watch time. So I'm actually doing some bonus math here on the day of editing this video, because I wanted to compare something I didn't do in the video, and that is on this large final video here. What was the YouTube Premium revenue per hour compared to the actual ads and ad blockers combined revenue per hour? The first one was easy using the information we already have. I took the $155.38 of premium revenue and divided it by the total revenue watch time, which was 6,683 hours, for a total of about 2.3 cents per hour of YouTube Premium watch time on this video. Now let's do some simple math to compare this to the revenue per hour of watch time from people who are actively skipping and watching ads. We'll start with the total watch time of advertiser watchers, which we're going to take that original 30,000 and just subtract the 6,683 of the premium watch time, which gives us a total watch time of non-premium users of 23,317. Next, we're going to find out how much ad revenue was not YouTube Premium, which is, again, simple. We take the total $1,054.25 total revenue and subtract the $155.38 of premium revenue to get us a total remaining revenue of $898.87. Finally, let's take that total and divide it by the remaining non-premium watch hours, so the two numbers we just found. $898.87 divided by 23,317 watch hours equals an average of 3.8 cents per watch hour from those not using premium. And this actually lines up really well with some bonus math. YouTube actually tells the creator how much total ad revenue the video made. We can see here that the video actually made $1,600 in total ad revenue, and YouTube splits ad revenue with its creators for long-form content, 55% for the creator and 45% for YouTube. So we take that $1,600 in ad revenue, which is completely unaffected by the premium watchers, and we get about $880, shockingly close to the $898 we got from just advertiser watcher revenue. And so with our final math here, we can see that a YouTube Premium watcher contributes about 2.3 cents per hour of my content watched, compared to someone watching the ads is 3.8 cents per hour. And sort of the most mind-blowing thing about all of this is that 3.8 cents sort of also includes people using ad blocker. Their watch time is still in that remaining 23,317. So that 3.8 cents is technically higher, but there is unfortunately no way for me to know what percentage of that watch time was using an ad blocker. If I had that information, that average would be way higher. So what is the final result of this experiment? It seems like, especially as the numbers grow wider in scale, YouTube Premium might pay a bit less. Something else that has been brought to my attention as I edit this video is that YouTube Premium is not a static payment. You know, creators don't get X amount of money for every ad you skip. Rather, every single YouTube Premium subscriber on the platform, all of your monthly subscription cost goes into a massive pool of revenue that then uses an algorithm based on engagement with content by premium subscribers to distribute that gross amount of premium revenue from your subscriptions to those creators. So I do believe that if a larger percentage of watch time comes from YouTube Premium viewers, then each revenue per hour from YouTube Premium watchers actually goes up with it. And because my videos tend to be around 15 to 20% YouTube Premium viewers, I have a strong feeling that means that my average RPH, revenue per hour, is less than someone who would have 50% YouTube Premium viewership. But I want to add that this is entirely speculation, and I don't have concrete metrics to use to back this up like I do with my prior math. And the reason I'm talking about watch time over views is because in modern day YouTube, an individual view only guarantees a pre-roll, usually. You know, just because someone viewed something doesn't mean they watched more than a minute of it. Whereas watch time really represents the amount of ads getting viewed in total. So use this information what you will. I'm not telling anyone to stop YouTube Premium, but people were legitimately interested. And it looks like YouTube Premium, at least in the grand scheme of things, does pay less than actually watching and skipping through ads. It's very possible my math was off here. I'll try to double check it while I'm actually editing the video to make sure. I'm probably going to send this video to a YouTuber friend before I make it live to go as deep as possible to make sure I'm not messing up any math. Math is not one of my strongest suits, especially when it gets into like fractions and dividing and whatnot, but I want to make sure this video is actually telling the truth and I'm not getting something wrong. I feel confident in my math, it makes sense in my head, but I want to make sure that it's actually right before I put this out and spread misinformation. But there you go. I hope you found that as interesting as I did. I really didn't expect it to be that much lower. I'm curious why YouTube Premium does pay less on more successful videos. However, when the video is lower and especially newer, it seems to be paying about the same. I'm curious about it, but who knows if we'll ever get answers. No one knows how YouTube works. YouTube revenue is about as clear as the YouTube algorithm, and people have spent a decade trying to figure that thing out, so